Hello and welcome back. There has been a short break between this time and the last time I was recording, so I got a little bit interrupted, which was a bit pain because I've lost track. Did hook up this off camera. That's the one thing I remember doing. Although it was quite satisfying that it was just a perfectly nice straight line. However, there's always a however, isn't there? Look at this. How much copper have we got? So we are going to need to expand this out. Let's get it on par with the iron, which by the way is also overflowing since I tripled it up with these. So we're going to have to deal with those at some point as well. However, we've got a little bit of time before we can get to that. So let's get some chests. I really need to keep furnaces being built because I'm just using so many right now. If you're wondering how to get this, it's just hit Alt when you're playing as well. One thing me and my friends did find out a while back was one of us couldn't see pollution. It's also the Alt key. If you see these, you can see the pollution. You can't see the pollution, you can't see those, so it's going to be pretty clear in game. So do not worry about that. Anyway, I didn't build enough of those, I need 2 more. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. And then 4 of those. It's going to need another 4 of those because they use each other, which is I find that a pain. I mean, I guess it makes sense to use them if you've got them. Okay, cool. So this one comes down to here. Belts again. You go through things so quick in this game. Especially things like belts and inserters, you will just power through. We're going to need another one of these and another one of these as well, because we're going to need to get under this. Because, I don't know if I explained it very well, but obviously we're going to need coal over there. Because that's what they're kind of moaning about at the moment. So, let's get this all set up. Oh, I'm always 1 or 2 shorts. So no, I need to be able to like calculate a bit. Now, why isn't the coal moving? That's why. That was going the wrong way. Oh, I never noticed that. The way you can actually tell by the arrows on top of the boats. That's something to do every day. So we really need to expand this because the coal, the iron just isn't being used fast enough. And now I notice I want to get on a build more as well. It's not just you guys wanting to, see me build more stuff. Trust me, I want to kind of get on to actually building the factory part rather than just look at me, I'm making ore. I'm not doing anything with besides building more ore. Okay. It's that way around. you're that way. Right? Cool. One, two. One short again. There we go. So we're getting quite a lot stored in these chests just by kind of how long our backlog is, which is nice. It's always nice to kind of have a backlog. Because it's kind of insurance. If suddenly you do start using too much iron, you have this as kind of, well, that's why people call it a buffer. It's a buffer of, you know, iron until you sort out the production again. So say if I suddenly stopped any new ore coming in, I still have, you know, a few chests with 300 and 200 coming in, which is really handy. I'm going to bring this out a bit more. We can't go any lower than here, so that's what we'll turn off. I just need to stand here and heal. Nom, 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 nom. So I'll bring this down as well. And this is kind of where my favourite thing in the game starts to happen. I do what's called having like a main bus. I can't describe the concept of a bus. Well, I can describe the concept. I can't kind of compare it to anything else. Except a bus, I guess. So you just have a line which goes all the way along. And as you need to, you have kind of these little stops where suddenly you'll need things to come off and then new things will get on the bus. So one of the first things you're going to need is the iron gear wheels. I don't know if you've noticed, when I'm making things, gear wheels are pretty common. As you can see there, needs a gear wheel. The science needs a gear wheel. Gear wheels, gear wheel, gear wheel. They're really common, so you need to get those automated relatively quick, in my opinion. So we're just going to expand out this way a bit. I don't actually think I'll need that for the iron. I might make the gear wheels down here, just because it's a little bit simpler. So we'll grab some splitters, pick up all this iron that we're now getting, which is awesome. This is another good thing about having kind of longer lines, is you can just run up it and pick up more, which I also enjoy. So we're going to split off part of that. And now, next thing is, so I like doing the exits as well, because otherwise I'll get confused and not know. So see, that's the load balance again that kind of happens up. See from here back up at the coal. If you remember, we were doing some load balancing. Oh, that's not good. These are the biters. Oh. That was earlier than I was hoping for. We don't even have, like, turrets or anything. We just have the standard pistol and regular magazines. Okay. I need to step up a bit then. Oh, that's one too close. That's good. It lets me know how far down we have to be at least. It's fine. This flare actually needs to go here. Oh, let me do that. No, it was fine where it was. I'm sorry, it's a bit late now. I know, excuses, but okay. Cool. Yeah, okay. We need to get some kind of research going because we need these turrets now. Screw optics. I know it's nice to be able to see, but it's nicer in my opinion to be able to live. So we need to join these up. They do use power. pick what you want. And if you want to copy it, you can shift and right click, and then you can paste onto any other assembly machine by shift left clicking, which is awesome. And now suddenly, once you've got some more belts, we have these being made, which is awesome because now we are incredibly close to being able to make the next step of design. The next step was the first step of design, it's the red ones, which we desperately. I'm also going to just kind of chuck a radar into my construction really quick, just so we can get some kind of extra vision on the map and find out where they came from, so we know where we can or where we should put our defences really. So they were. Cool. Now we need to then split the gears off, so the gears come down here. We also need to split the copper off, so the copper can come down here. So we want to split the copper about here, and the gears here. Oh, belts again. This is slightly annoying, actually. Now the reason we're doing it this way is so we can do it like this. What this is going to let me do is have both of them on the same line, which is a really helpful concept because it condenses it down, so you're using one belt for two products, and because on the sides it's a 1-to-1 ratio, it doesn't matter if you have too many. I'm sorry, it helps if you have an equal number of them. If it was kind of 2 copper plates to 1 gear, then I would have a full belt of copper and then try and get half a belt, but it's not a massive issue. Now, I need to get these catch up as well. Like so. And turn them around. That's a common thing I do. I don't know why I do that, because it doesn't make any sense at all. Now these aren't going to go on the main bus because they don't need to. They only get used in one place, and that is at labs, which we still have some of. That's probably actually don't need doing this. Okay. As you can see, it's got enough in there to make 2. It'll make 1, let it kick out, and then fill up so it has enough to make 2 again. Which is fine. So that's kind of the basic kind of building block of automation. It gets a lot more complex when you start getting into. Can I show you some of the more complex things in here? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Change it. You can. I have a spare one. I'll just. Okay. Oh no, that's only stuff I can actually build. That's a bit of a pain. That's stuck in here. So things like power armor, that needs kind of 5 different things at once. You can't actually do that. Okay, there's one you can do. So that needs advanced circuits and processing units. Now, to get those, you need, I believe it's advanced electronics. And they need 3 of those, and they need 3 different things to get there. The chains start getting insanely long. However, what we need to get kind of turrets on the go relatively soon. They were here, which was the weird thing. So I don't know where they could have came from. I do have I never put down my radar. Oh yeah, that is a real small square on the map for that. Ah, cool. Now, we can't get this one yet because we can't produce green science packs. It's not too difficult to do it, but we haven't... You know, we've only just started automating red ones, so I don't want to go straight into green ones yet. Especially when we're being attacked so soon. How are we looking on power, by the way? Oh, yes, we could do with another steam engine or two. Which is... We need more of this. Feed me. Yeah. Ooh, so like 7. How many have we got for 3? Let's make another 2 for now. I'll hold on to them. I'd rather do that than make loads and then suddenly they get attacked by fighters, and it's such a long walk to actually go and defend that section there. Yeah, we explored another place thanks to our radar. Oh, that was quick. This one's a good one just for the... It unlocks a shotgun, which is incredibly helpful. I'm also going to make myself some light armor just so I don't get absolutely decimated by these guys. Now the good thing about turrets is they do not require power. However, they do need ammunition. And I've obviously only got 8. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was good timing. Jesus Christ. I should really point out, this game is... If you die, you're dead. There is no second lives. Oh, well, now I know where they're coming from. The widget is actually going to be really helpful. We are going to get walls. I'm going to block this off and just put guns, essentially. I don't know why they're coming down here. They do have a priority of what they go for. It's normally the thing that pollutes the most. And that sector there is our most polluted sector by quite a bit, just because of all these. They don't pollute much, but I have a lot of them in comparison. And I doubt the furnaces help very much, let's be honest. So let's grab a few more turrets, because I don't actually have any now. Okay. We'll grab 10 turrets. We're going to need more than 10 magazines. That's fine. So normally, I would automate this, but I kind of feel like I'm being pressured. Because I have to do this quickly, otherwise I'm dead. Cool. So, oh, I had furnaces already. That's right, I'll have a few of them. So, if you cook stone, you actually get... Thank you. Keep clicking wrong. And... Cool. 5 of them, you can make walls. They, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. I'm kind of just going for research now that only takes red because there's not a lot of it left. I always forget you want them facing upwards, just because then they don't have to rotate to actually attack, which can save you a lot of time. Let's go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 here. That was second line. Just forgot they take 2 vertically, which is annoying. It added another one. Like when it was in my code, that was annoying. So I bet you now I'll just run around the wall. Not this way, but round that way. Which will be kind of a pain. I don't like having this kind of thing though. It's in the middle of my base for one, which is not nice. It's also just not in a good place. And they don't have an automatic way to get ammo. Normally I thought I was a sound of fighters then, it wasn't, it was just my own service. Yeah, normally I'd have some kind of belt going along parallel with them to feed them ammo, but this is kind of quite an ad hoc little situation I've got going on. It's not often I actually need to put up defences this quick, so it's quite a little shock for me really. Especially them attacking twice so close together, that was the thing that caught me off guard the most. Especially early game, normally they attack once, that's it. You know they'll leave you alone for a bit. Oh, we could get some more labs. Look how much science is backed up down there. God, I'm getting really paranoid over the sound of inserters now. So, yeah, we're making 200 iron plates a minute, 135 copper plates a minute. That's quite nice. Especially seeing as we're not doing much with any of them. We were making quite a few gears, but not anymore. Mainly because I don't put a buffer on these. If they're backlogged on the belt, then we're full. We don't need any more. And if we're not backlogged on the belt, chances are I need to either expand this or my iron production's messed up. To begin with, it'll probably be expand these or upgrade those. You can get faster versions of the crafting the assembly machines. Aha, we're being attacked. But our wall held them off. You can see all the corpses there. It's not very clear, but they kept us safe for another day. Which is perfect. I don't know how I do that every time I put the inserts down the wrong way. Okay, cool, that's that done. Now, we need I'm gonna start making these green circuits. I don't know if you've noticed, but also used in a lot of things. Splitters need them, inserters need them, the lamps need them. I'll probably make quite a few lamps. The drills need them, which is quite an important thing, and the assembly machines. I'm not going crazy on drills at the moment because, I mean, at least in our copper, we don't have enough smelting capacity anymore. We have enough smelting capacity for what we've got, to be honest. But, you know, I don't know, I was hoping you would. Anyway. I was about to do something. I was completely... yeah, automate green circuits. My memory, it is late. I'm normally asleep by now, I have work tomorrow. Cool, so let's expand this. Would have been nice to expand it more than 2. I'm trying to figure out where I've got enough room for this. How far away do they actually have to be then? I've never actually done the math, I always just estimate 1, 2, 3. So I have to be 3 away from the main belt, okay. I don't want to put it too close to here because I'm going to bring that down. So, 1, 2, 3. Now what do these... I need to make copper cables, which only take 1 copper plate, which is fine. But look how quickly they're made, half a second each. So we're actually going to start using the faster inserts, which I am in love with. I think they are pretty much the best thing in the game. So now we are making copper cable. Or we will be once I get these power. That's why I don't actually want them online yet. I need 2 more of these, which is going to sound weird. Okay. And that's where the green circuits are going to come out. Someone did the math, this works out fine. We're being attacked again, but the turrets are still holding up. I did it again! How do I do this all the time? Oh, sucks, I need more of this stuff. 2 more of these. Oh, they need iron plates! How do I forget these things? Okay. Where's a good place to split the iron? Alright. Okay, so what I did there was I want the blue ones to be able to pick up stuff as fast as they possibly can. Just so if there's for whatever reason a shortage of iron ore, which if there is, something's gone wrong. A lot of things go wrong in this game. I don't know if you've noticed. Why are they not? Oh, they still don't have the iron, do they? I don't know if you noticed, but at the start of this aspect, I said I don't like having curves. Curves everywhere. You know, not. I didn't realise that I didn't have these. And I need to balance it. It's just thing after thing. This is a higher on the balance because they're coming out on that side. You're gonna need to go like that, but then not that. There we go. So it's not pretty, but it works. Also, they build really quickly. Which is awesome. I'm glad they built quick. Now, that's actually going to be time now that we've got them set up. So yeah, in this video we got our first 3 kind of little terminals on the bus set up. We've got the main bus itself set up. We started some automation, and what else did we do? We stopped getting attacked by biters, and started actually. All in one bit. It's actually been pretty eventful. Let's just check our ammo. We've already gone through 3. Cheese is nice. Okay. Well, I will see you in part 4.